Hey, what is up people? Vicky from the Elementon back with another quick video, and in about 5 minutes I'm gonna make your smartphone work faster, like super fast, like zoom. Intro. It's common that a smartphone, particularly an Android phone, tends to get slower over time. I'm not talking about iPhones because the company itself slows them down. But when it comes to Android, I know you've been in that situation. I was once there. I'm listening to you and I'm going to help you now. So here are 5 tips to make your smartphone work faster. Number 1, stop filling out your storage space. So this is one common mistake people often do. They start filling out their internal storage even without their knowledge. You take a lot of shots of the same scene and then you post the best one on Instagram and then you forget to delete the rest. Another reason why your smartphone starts clogging up is because of those instant messengers like WhatsApp and Viber. So if you turn on that auto download option, all the images and videos you get starts downloaded to your internal storage. If you have an external SD card option, there's no problem. You can take your time to transfer all those files to your SD card. But if it doesn't, and most phone doesn't have an external SD card, then you have to make sure that you have at least 30% of your internal storage left free. So what happens is the operating system in which your phone is working and the files you get all are stored in the same storage option. So if your storage space starts filling out, the operating system doesn't have enough room to comfortably work. So that's why your smartphone tends to get slower over time. If you find it difficult to free up your space on your phone, then let me know in the comments below. I'll make a separate video on that. I have a ton of hacks on how to free up your storage, so ask me down there. Number 2 is to immediately close your apps after using them. It is common to see people not closing their applications after using because they switch to a new app and the previous app still runs at the background. They consume a bit of your RAM. And if more applications are running in the background, they consume a lot of your RAM, and the active application, the app you are using now, doesn't get enough RAM to run smoothly. So what should you do? Simply close the apps after using them. If it is Android O, then no problem because you get notified if some apps is running at the background that is not being used for a while. So you can immediately close them, save your RAM, and eventually speed up your phone. Tip number 3 is to stop using live wallpapers and widgets. I've seen people's phone with about 7 to 8 home screens all filled up with widgets and new apps. When you download a new app from Play Store, you get 2 copies, right? One is on the app drawer and the other is on the home screen. So people don't remove those apps on the home screen. This could essentially slow down your phone. And then the live wallpapers too. They don't only consume more clocks but also more power. So you end up charging your phone often. So what I recommend is to keep a simple home screen. I have 2 home screens. One is for the clock and my most used apps. And then the second screen is for the G tasks and the Google Calendar. As simple as that. Alright, my 4th tip would be to stop using launchers and skins. They could affect your phone's performance to an extent. The launcher you see on Pixel phones, that's called the stock launcher for Pixel phones. That was made by Google themselves. So that is the lightest launcher you could ever get. And then Samsung users might have felt a different experience with their UI. That was called TouchWiz and now it's called Samsung Experience. So that is the stock launcher for Samsung phones. So these companies would have fine-tuned their launchers to go well with their phone's processing power. Now, if you start using third-party heavy launchers just because you like it, and then the phone has to put in a lot of power to process those GUI, and essentially the other apps would not get enough power to run smoothly. So stay stock as far as possible. Number 5, and possibly my last tip, it's not a tip, it's a request, is to please stop using third-party applications like Signal Booster, Battery Booster, Phone Cleaner, Virus Cleaner, Junk Cleaner, Automatic Phone Speeder, and all those junks that doesn't do anything to your phone. They actually make your phone worse. They really don't do anything to your phone. They actually clog up your space with their additional files and end up slowing down your phone. So please stop using those apps. Please. That's it. Follow these 5 simple steps and you'll start seeing good results to your phone. Trust me, do it once. And then like I said, if you don't know how to free up your internal space, then let me know in the comments below. or drop a like, because depending on the likes I get, I might be able to decide whether to make that video or not. So if you want to know how to free up your internal space, then drop a like. And then just in case if you people are already following these tips, and even then if your phone is slow, I think you must be using an ancient phone and now it's time for you to switch to a new one, which in that case I have few recommendations for you in the description, so check that after seeing this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell because you might be the first one to see these free pro tips. And then, you can show it off to your friends. You can call your friend, hey, come here. Is your phone slow? Give it to me and I'll make it fast. How cool is that? Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon.